So welcome to the start of the 2058 season, our final season of this Let's Play series on FM23 before I have my little mini Let's Play break before FM24. Got to plug myself into the wall and recharge them batteries. So in today's episode we have one live com, we have potentially two live comms. So I guess you can almost work out what is going on. But we are going to start by looking at our under-18s who for the first time in this series have won the UEFA Youth League. So after two runner-up spots in the 40s, 2058, we are the UEFA Youth League champions with our under-18s, which is just insane. The best under-18 team in Europe. Okay, let's start by going through the transfers we brought in and have left the club over the winter window. So Hazim El Khatib comes in. He is a defensive midfielder, centre-back, centre-mid. Very talented. 18 years old, we paid $500,000 for him. And he has already started to feature in our team. He's just that good. Like, honestly, I think we picked up an absolute gem here. And $500,000, he's going to be worth a lot more soon. Now, a position I didn't plan on strengthening, but Munksgaard getting to the age of 36, Rovda came up as an option. Now, I was looking at him a couple of years ago when he was at Genoa, and we ended up picking him up for $7 million. Now, age 30, there's a good 5 years in him, so I think it was money well spent. Very talented, really, really good attributes for a goalkeeper. And yeah, I think it's money well spent, adding a bit more experience in that good goal position. Now we've got two players over the age of 30 as our goalkeepers. I'm impressed with them. Ignoring all the down arrows, we have our new left back. So Valon Hoxha, who was media description wonder kid, he's now just turned to a full back. He's now 21 years old. Costing us $8.75 million. I think it's money well spent. He looks a very talented left back. All round very talented left back. So I think it's money well spent. We needed to improve that position. We've done it. Maybe spend a little bit big on this guy, Condé. He is 18 years old. He's Guinean. He had no caps when he came into us. He's now got two. I've sent him on loan for the season at our feeder club, Hamstads. And I think he's a very good player. 18 years old. He's going to be at the club a few years, I think, as long as the next manager doesn't sack him. $3.7 million. It's a good player. Next sign is another one for the future. Ledin, 18 years old. Again, I think he's a good player. Not the best technically, but mentally and physically a really good defender. Aged only 18, $1.3 million. It's money well spent. These are going to develop. He's going to turn into a fairly solid central defender. And finally, a player who, again, I've been watching since he was 16, but again, we had to wait till he was 18. Leif Ivan Daman. He comes in, he's been playing for our youth team. He has helped them win the UEFA Youth League. I think he's a good player. And a couple of our players are looking at moving on. So players like this can step up if that happens. But $4.5 million is on the high end I would like to spend. But he's a good player. So that is the ins. $26 million spent. And now we'll look at the outs. So Mazinho has gone on loan into Turkey and Finland. Andreas de la Cruz has gone to Elfsborg. Now he's now labelled as a wonder kid and getting a lot of credit around the world. So I'm starting to think we hold on to him when he comes back. Noel is the big sale. He's gone to Lyon for $50 million up front, rising to $75 million. Now, what I would say is this winter has been the worst winter I've ever had for players wanting to leave. The worst I've ever had. But I held on to everybody somehow except for Noel. And then the rest are loans. Nielsen, Diego, and then you'll see 4 players gone to our feeder club Hamstads, helping them and helping these players get some football. So before we go on to how we've done in the Champions League, let's look at KI. So they did beat Red Star in the last game, and that saw them finish in 16th place and qualify for the knockouts of the Europa Conference League. The first ever Faroe Islands team apart from us to qualify for the knockouts, which is insane. And going on to the next season, you can see they beat Karabag in the the knockout round, 3-1 away from home, then 0-0 at home, before they just fell short 3-2 on aggregate. 4-1 on aggregate, sounds worse now, to Astana in the round of 16. But the progress, to see two teams in the group stages and one of them teams get to the knockout rounds. Things are happening. Okay, so our last two league games, we beat Maribor 2-0, Ramos and Makengo on the score sheet. We then smashed Benfica 4-1, Makengo, Vang, Silverton and Halvard all on the score sheet. Absolute domination. That saw us go through in 15th place, which means we would have to go through that dreaded knockout round. And even worse is we got drew against Lyon, who were a very good side. We got a 1-1 draw away from home, Makengo getting our goal. Before our first knockout round, let's not forget, I forgot to mention it, we played at Bram Ellison Park now, our first season. So 24,500 fans crammed in, all-seater, to watch us beat Lyon 4-0 and go through to the round of 16. Halvard, Silverton, Ramos and Makengo scoring. Now that saw us come up against reigning champions Real Betis, and we got a 1-1 draw in the first leg, Makengo on the score sheet. It's always going to be tough away from home. But we went there and we were insanely good. 17 shots to 10, 45% possession, so we held on and we got the win. Makengo, after 45 minutes, they missed a penalty as well, by the way. It looks like he did score the rebound, if I remember correctly. Then Silverton on the score sheet saw us win 2-1 and go through to the quarter-finals, where we would face Inter Milan. Now, unfortunately, maybe today's episode is the Super Cup live com, because we lost 1-0 in the first leg. Disappointing. Luckily, they missed 2 penalties in that game, so it could have been 3-0, but luckily it was only 1. Forget about it. We beat Inter Milan 3-2 at home, and then went through on penalties. You can see here, scored 2, 3, 4, 5 penalties. All penalties were scored. Silverton, Makela and Mufasa scored the goals for us there. They got 2. We are into the semi-finals where Manchester City awaits. So the first leg away from home against Manchester City, Leah has it, Vang plays it over the top, Mufasa brings it down, tucks it away to make it 1-0. Man City trying to build out, Harder intercepts it, plays a through ball to Halvard, brings it down, tucks it away. We won the first leg 2-0. Now, I didn't live come the first leg because part of me thought we've made it to the semi-finals. There's no chance we're getting any further because Man City are a class above. And if we get smashed in the first leg, then I know I don't need to record the second leg. We won the game 2-0. Absolutely insane. And Marseille beat Rennes 3-0 in the other semi-final. So it's an all-French second semi-final. So today we have Man City at home in the semi-finals again. Now our squad is looking strong. You can see, by the way, let me go through this. Halvard, transfer listed. Ramos, transfer listed. Sivertsen, transfer listed. Owen, he's actually just removed himself. But I've had so many players wanting to leave for better leagues. And it's been insane how many have wanted to leave this summer for better leagues. But like I say, Noel left. He basically bankrolled the ability to hold on to everybody else. We just need to keep battling. So our squad for the Champions League semi-final, second leg against Manchester City is Rovda in goal, Harder, Ulberg, Makela, Hoxer, Vang and Leah, Halvard, Ramos, Silverton and Mufasa up top. On the bench is Anderson, Clean, Freeman, Molise, the left winger, the young kid we brought in, Pedro, who by the way is developing very nicely. If Ramos does leave, we have a ready slot in Pedro. Owen's on the bench because he's been knocked out by Silverton. He's just not snuck himself back in yet. Paul. And then we've got a couple of youngsters, Pedersen and Nielsen, have come in just to fill the bench. Then we have Khabib at the bottom as well. Not Khabib, he's not a UFC fighter. Let's go, shall we? We have 2-0 from the first leg. So all we need to do is not embarrass ourselves, and we are going in to the final of the Champions League. Look at our stadium, by the way. Look at it. The first time you guys are seeing the Bram Ellison Stadium. And it's 25,000. 25,000. Okay, let's go. A bit of a encouragement shout 10 minutes in. Nothing at all has happened. I'll tell you, if we cut to full time now and nothing's happened, I would take it. Right, Vang. Ball in. Running in was harder, but he doesn't get to it. Counter-attack opportunity for Man City now. Junior just inside our half. Forward to Hernandez. Inside the box now. Don't foul him. Harder wins. He doesn't win it. Junior strikes it over the bar. Opportunity for Man City there. Okay, Silverton down the left-hand side. Whips it across. It's a penalty. Mufasa looks like he was just going to push forward and tuck that home. He's pulled back by the Man City player. We're going to be getting a penalty here, 100%. Because he was pulled back. Yes, penalty awarded. It's going to be Mufasa to take it. To make it 3-0 on aggregate. He tucks it away. Come on. AB 1, Manchester City 0. AB 3, Manchester City 0 on aggregate. We will give a praise shout now. Just to tell them I'm happy with how we're looking and how we're doing. Ramos with the set piece. Puts it in. Back post. Oh, he's hit the bar. Michaela hits the bar. Oh my days. We've started well. We've started well. 5 shots to 1. 55% possession. We the better side. Honestly, I thought we'd be battling against it here against Man City, but we've been the better side. Hoxer loses it. Junior again, but Vang steps in. He's come back into the starting 11 since Noel has left, and we've seen no difference. He's such a good player. Leah gives away though. Hernandez. Junior's in. Junior gets the goal. 11th goal of the season for him. To make it Man City 1, AB 1, AB 3, Man City 1 on aggregate. Can we just get us through to half time, please, with a bit of focus? Okay. We're through to half time. We still have a 2-goal cushion here. Just look, we've still got all 5 subs. Look and see the wingers are doing well. Leah is not playing the best at 6.4. And also Ulberg with a 6.4. So that is something to keep an eye on. If they don't perform, we do have options on the bench just to put on fresh legs who might come in, step up and put in a 7.0 performance because they want to keep a position for the final, for example. Right, Ulberg wins it. Played forward. Do we get in? No. Junior goes back. Grossens down the line. They go back into their own half now. Ball forward. Hassan is in. Hernandez, it's 2-1. It's 2-1. No, please check it offside. Please give this offside. Give it offside. Give it offside. Oh, it's awarded. It's awarded. 2-1 to Man City. I'm going to demand more. Because we've been the better side. There's no way we should be losing this game 2-1. Right, Junior driving forward. Plays it forward to Hernandez. He goes out to Hassan. Come on, win it back. Can we get stuck in, please? And actually... What is my keeper doing? Oh, come on, what is my keeper doing there? He's literally just watched it. Right, Hassan has it. He plays... It's a deflected shot, but... He doesn't even jump. He doesn't even jump. On the hour, let's have a look, shall we? 6.3 for Leah, so he's going to come off. And we are going to bring on Freeman in that defensive mid. Harder 6.4 as well. The only option is Klein to come on in central defence. He's nervous as well, so we are going to take him off. And Silverton as well, I'm going to take off for Owen. Just bring on 3 sets of fresh legs there. Just see Halvard goes up to Vang. It's over the top. Ramos. Please go in. Yes! Oh no, please don't give it offside. Please don't give it offside. Checking it. VAR is checking it. Leah to hard. I've got a fly attacking me. Vang plays it over. I don't think he's off, you know. Ramos, what a touch and finish, by the way. What a touch and finish. I like that no point has told us the goal is given. Tight offside, let's see, shall we? No, he's on. He's on. The goal is given. And now we bring on fresh legs. for the restart as well. Come on. Hellman to Campos. Across to Lopez. Man City are playing it across the back line. Felix down the line to Hassan. To Felix down the line. Intercepted by Clean. Well done. Well done, Clean. Right, Vang. Across to Owen. Into Ramos. Mufasa. I think he was off. But keep playing. Play to the whistle. Ball across Freeman. Please tell me he was on then. It would have stopped by now if Mufasa was off. It would have stopped by now. Yes! Come on! Clean intercepts that tackle, and that's where that counter started. Scored by another sub. Vox has picked up an injury. What we can do is this Vila Mollis can play left back. That's that young Finland guy who we looked at last time, who was playing for our B team, but his appearances weren't getting recorded on his history. It's working now. I noticed this season all of his appearances are on the record, which is nice. Come on, cautious. We are going to just waste a bit of time. I'm just going to say, shall we, for the final 5 minutes? Ask them to focus. Come on, see it through. Get us through to full time. Come on. Yes. Come on. The possibility of winning the Champions League in our final season is mind-blowing. The fact that our youth team has finally won the Youth League. And now there's a chance that we, after here, look, we won it in 2052-53. We have a possibility to go to Borussia Dortmund Stadium, it looks like, and win the Champions League for the second season. The second time in our final season of this series. I mean, if people ask me about this series, I'll say this is my best series ever I've done. And the fact, 3 to 4 weeks, the fact that we have a chance to win the Champions League in the final season of it, it's just mad. And we also go into the Club World Championship, so again, we have the ability. We have the ability to do it. I've become runners-up in the Super Cup twice as well. Could we do that? We're going to jump forward to the Champions League final. Jeez, we've just had a lot of fixtures in between that. So, you can see that since the Man City game, we've had all them games. We have absolutely smashed teams and played really, really good football. One of the challenges I had was Makengo come back from injury. Would he be our striker or Mufasa? Mufasa has been scoring for fun, so he is keeping his place in the starting 11 for today's game. But yeah, Champions League final. Clean is coming in central defence because Ulleberg didn't play as well in the last game against Man City, and when Clean came in, he did a good job. So our squad is going to be Verve doing goal. Hoxer is back from injury, so he is starting. Makele, Clean and Harder, and then Leah and Vang, Silverton, Ramos, Halvard and Mufasa up top. On the bench we do have Felix Hansen, our young goalkeeper, backup keeper, Ulleberg, Freeman, Owen, Pedro, Mollis, Paul, Pettersson, Nielsen, El Khatib and Makengo. We do have a spot for one more. Let's say coming back from an injury. He's been injured for quite a while. Our young Icelandic striker will put on the bench. Maybe he can enjoy the day out. So here we go. Champions League final. Our second final. We've got to the semi-final before and lost, but this is our second final. One thing I actually wanted to show you all was I can go back out. Let me go back out. Now go on to the schedule. Champions League final, past meetings. You can see we've played them 5 times. We've won 3 and lost 2. Scored 5, conceded 4. So it's a very, very tight setup. They play in 4-4-2. We normally do well against 4-4-2 because we can control the middle. So let's go here. It is a Dortmund. So a lot of Marseille fans, but there's the AB fans. Travel from the Faroe Islands to watch to see if a club from that nation can win the Champions League again. 10 minutes in, nothing's happening. We will do a little encourage shout as normal on that point. First highlight here, Rebal down the left hand side for Marseille. We win it back, Leah to Harder, across to Clean, to Michaela, into Vang. Vang plays a long ball over the top. It's brought down by Haf, who did play for us if you remember. Haf has been nicknamed by us as Kamal is in. It's over. So yeah, Marseille have a former AB player in defence. Come on, let's see what we can do here. Brites corner for Marseille. Whips it in. It's cleared away. It's going to be another corner, headed behind by Clean. It's all Marseille at the minute. It's all Marseille. We have had more possession stuff according to the stats, but highlights it for Marseille. Front post, we do get it away. Comes back to them and we get it away again. Kicked out 4-8 throw-in. Nothing happens from that throw-in though, which is nice. I will wait for the shouts to kick up. Then I might demand more, just because the highlights are all for Marseille, which I don't like. Ball forward, Brites whips it across, but we do clear it again. We do have a good defensive line. If they put balls in for us to head, we will win the headers. Right, Halvard brings it down. Ball across, Ramos! Get in there! Ramos with the goal. Marseille 0, AB 1. Every single highlight really has been for them. But we get the first goal of this Champions League final. Halvard brings it down. Instead of whipping it across, he cuts it back to Ramos, who buries it top of the net. Marseille 0, AB 1. 25 minutes gone. I'm going to just do the encourage shout again. I don't want to do anything over dramatic. I don't want to fire them up. I don't demand more. I don't want to praise too early. So just encourage. Right, Harder goes into Vang, to Leah, to Mufasa. He goes back to Michaela, to Hoxer now, down the line, but doesn't get to Silverton. They do intercept it. Right, Half now. Oh, Half loses it. Silverton, across to Leah. He puts it forward to Mufasa. Oh, what a save by their keeper. I thought we were in. Check, we're recording. I don't want to mess that up again. Halvard, come on. Corner in. We do win the header, but they do save it. Marseille 0, AB 1. Come on, let's see what we can do here. Parkway goes out to their right back. They go forward to Novak down the right hand side into our half. He does turn back towards his own goal, plays it inside his own box now. They're just on the halfway line. They do drive forward now. Down the right hand side again with Novak. Standing up against Hoxer. Hoxer isn't letting him get any space. He has to go back to the fullback. He goes across the central defenders just inside our half. They play it forward. Libon over the top. Oh, we don't win the header. And it's 1-1. Harder at right back. Didn't win the header. They get him behind. They play the pass. Marseille 1. AB 1. Now I can demand more and start giving them that kick up the backside. Come on. 1-1. We can do much better. Keep working hard. Show me what you can do. Come on. Both fullbacks are struggling. Left wing back struggling. And Mufasa is struggling. So we're going to give him 5 minutes. We're losing the game. So I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to first do that. We're still going to give the players who are on the pitch the 5 minutes I said. But it is now 2-1 with a set piece. We don't need to see their set piece goal again. But now it's Marseille 2, AB 1. We have a set piece now. Ramos puts it in. Mufasa, not sure if Mufasa did win that or not. But it goes across Halvard with the header. It goes wide. Okay. Changes our foot. Mufasa's going to come off for Makengo, come back from injury. Owen's going to come on for Silverton. Then I think I'm just looking at the possibilities of changes I can make. The only other change would be Mollis as a very attacking left back instead of Hoxha. But I think that might be a fail option-wise. I am going to bring on Ulberg because I can't risk going down 10 men. One of our defenders on a yellow is just... It's too risky. Let's just switch that to attacking as well. Fire them up. Come on. You've got 25 minutes to get back into this. Come on. There's 15 minutes ago. We're going to have to make that change. Hard is playing 6.3, so I'm going to take him off for Mollis and switch them round. And just put him as a wing back on attack. Let him just get forward. He has that ability to pick out a pass, pick out a cross, create something. Come on, demand more. Let's massively up our tempo here as well. Another free kick for Marseille. Same position that they scored the second goal from. Lebrun again. Is he going to make it 3? He hits the post. Marseille 2, AB 1. Come on. We are just going to properly go for it now. In terms of kicking it long, kicking it forward. Just trying to create something. Right, we have them. Right, Ulberg goes long. Come on. They're getting to it though. That's the issue. Right, Owen brings it down. Come on. You want that move. You sure, please. Come on. McKengo. He hit the bar. They're the chances you need to tuck away. We still can't have a shout. You should be able to do shouts anytime you want. And it should get to the point where it says like they don't take effect because you've done too many. Half goes across to Christopher. Forward to Novak. It's not looking good, gang. No. Oh. It's not looking good. It's looking like a Champions League final defeat. We have qualified for the Club World Cup though. So we can look at being successful in that. The game's over. That's upsetting. That is upsetting. Check out the hair on these guys, by the way. Like, dear me, look at that. Turning up, there's more there. Just team of mohawks in suits. Every single person in a suit has a mohawk. Okay then. We finished Champions League runners-up in our final season. I've got a lot of signs coming in, by the way. We are adding a lot of depth to this squad for the future. 100%. We got good money for it, though. We're up to 300 million in the bank. It's upsetting. It's upsetting. But at the same time, we made it to another Champions League final. We made it to another Champions League final. So we've won it there. We've run us up there. We've got to take the positives. Thank you for watching the start of the 2058 season. I look forward to the next FM where Champions League stuff will be at the end of the season. Thanks for watching. Stay safe and I'll see you next time.